Need for Speed Payback is always full of surprises, and today I'm going to be showing you the hidden / secret cars within Need for Speed Payback. Now today we have got loads of secret cars to look at and some original ones as well that we actually get to use at the start of Need for Speed Payback. And the first one we are looking at is Tyler's original Nissan Fairlady 240. Now you're probably thinking, there ain't no different about this. Well, there is. As you can see by the number plate, it has actually got its original number plate and the bodywork has got the rust all over it, and it just looks absolutely awesome. I did actually want this and make this replica in the start of the game when I first got it, and it was just impossible to get someone to make the exact same design, but nevertheless, if you're on PC, you can now own it. One of the biggest and badass drivers in Need for Speed Payback, and that is Mac. He can actually do the drift, dirt, and you know what, he's just one of my favourite characters to actually use within the game, and we have managed to get his Chevrolet Bel Air. Now, if you never used the Chevrolet Bel Air within the game, what you have actually got to do, you've got to get all the derelict parts to actually unlock this, and then you can change what type you want it to be. Like, you can make it into a race build, dirt build, drag build, or a drift build, but I definitely do recommend using it as a dirt build, because for one, you can actually make it look exactly like this. Two, it is awesome off-road, and three, if you're a massive fan of Mac, then this is definitely go-to-go vehicle. Haven't I been excited to show you this? Now, if you can remember, at the start of Need for Speed Payback, as soon as you start it, you then get to use Rav's old Ford Mustang, and to me, I have always wanted this within the game, just to drive it about in free roam, and I was absolutely gutted knowing that we couldn't get it later on within the game once you've completed it. Finding the design on this on the community store was just impossible to find. No one made it, and if they did, it didn't match up to the expectations. But just look at it, the design, everything about it just looks absolutely awesome, and it definitely is one of the cars that needs to get brought into the game so everyone can have it. With this Mazda RX-7, there isn't much difference to this, but I thought I'd show you it anyway. If you look at the front hood, there is something different about it. This hood here, you cannot get in a customization store, and you cannot buy it or purchase it, which I don't understand. I don't know if they came across some licensing issues just before Need for Speed Payback got released, but it's still something cool to have. So our next abandoned car should be this car right here, the Lamborghini Diablo, but there's something very different about this version, and as you can see there at the side, it has got like an LED strip that flashes. Sadly, it doesn't change colour, but nevertheless, it looks absolutely awesome. Driving this in the dark in Need for Speed Payback online, people get the wow factor, but later on in the future, we're going to be getting this and we're going to be able to own it. A couple of months ago, this Jaguar I tried to recreate myself, and I got very close to the original one that you're seeing right now. If you're wondering what makes this car so special and why is it a secret car in the game, well, if you can remember, when you spawn in the game or spawn to your garage or fast travel to a location, this sometimes pops up on the loading screen. Here is an example, and as you can see, the license plates at the back is UGC116. Obviously, within that picture, you couldn't see what bodywork it had on it and also what alloys it had on it too, but now we know. So if you're looking to get the Jaguar F-Type for yourself, hold on for a second, because later on in the future, next year, we'll be getting this as an abandoned car. This is one of my favourite builds in Need for Speed Payback, and this is the Dodge, and to me it looks spectacular. And there was something that I was actually confused about. This is probably one of the most iconic cars that you want to own within Need for Speed Payback, and it was just strange not being able to actually make this build as a runner build within the game to use for yourself, because the power this has against the police when they come up against you, they do not stand a chance. A couple of weeks ago, I was driving this Honda NSX, and loads of people was asking me, where do you get this bodywork design from? Well, sadly, we can actually not get it in the game. You can only get it on the PC version, and that is by downloading it. So with this actually got removed just before Need for Speed Payback got released due to licensing issues, and it was just a massive shame that it didn't actually make it to the full release of Need for Speed Payback. This was also another vehicle that I used to get an abandoned car a couple of weeks ago. It is the Chevrolet Police Interceptor, but as you can see, it doesn't have any alloys, and some tires are just wider than the others, but nevertheless, it actually drives really well in the game, and sadly, we cannot turn the sirens on, which is a massive shame. So anyways, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do some gameplays of these vehicles driving around the city in Need for Speed Payback, just so you get a look and a feel of what they would actually be like if you could drive them yourself. So if you are brand new to the channel, subscribe and turn that bell notification on, and also if you did enjoy it, give this video a thumbs up, and I really hope you do enjoy your festive season, and I'll see you in my next video.
should have a look around. There might be a useful part around here.